Do you trust your own hearing? You probably shouldn't, and here's why. I always find it interesting that people can't agree on what sounds good. If you post your new song on Facebook or whatever, then someone will say that the hats are too loud. Others will say they're too quiet, and nobody will seem to agree on anything. It's the same with studio monitors. Some will say that the KRKs are great, and others will say that they sound boomy. Why is it that nobody can agree on anything when it comes to sound? Let's conduct a little experiment. An audio clip with just 2 syllables went viral a few years ago because nobody could agree on what was being said. Just like the thing with the dress. You have probably already heard the clip, but just in case you haven't, here it is.
Laurel, 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 laurel.
Now, did you hear Yanny or Laurel? Let's hear it again.
Laurel, 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 laurel.
What did you say?
Some people clearly hear Yanny or Yammy, while others hear Laurel. People who hear Laurel loud and clear are puzzled that anyone can hear Yanny and vice versa. So why is this? What's really going on here? Well, there are several factors at play here, but to make it as simple as possible, what you hear depends on where the energy is placed. For example, if the most energy is placed towards the mid and high frequencies, people will tend to hear Yanny. When the low frequencies are more emphasized, people tend to hear Laurel. When it comes to frequencies, there's a lot of things that can affect them. What you hear will depend on your listening environment, your speakers or headphones, and also your hearing. You might find that if you use headphones, you may hear Yanny, for example. But if you listen on some different speakers or in another room, you might hear Laurel instead. Every room reflects frequencies. Some will get amplified and some will be canceled out. The most important factor, though, is your hearing. Most people don't appreciate how different our hearing is. What I hear might be very different from what you hear. The frequency range of human hearing is approximately 20 to 20,000 hertz. That might be true of small children, but with age and exposure to loud noises, our hearing declines over time. What often happens is some frequencies are affected here and there. Eventually, you end up with certain holes in your perceived frequency range. You might have a weakened sensitivity to frequencies around 4,000 hertz, but then you might hear fine at 5,000 hertz. There might be another dip at 8,000 hertz, but then again, you might hear fine at 13,000 hertz. This will be the case for all of us, and it means that we all experience sound very differently. Let's pretend that I have some dips in my high-frequency perception. I might hear a track and think that the high end is too weak, but someone else will say it's too strong. This may also be part of the reason why some people say that a specific pair of headphones is the best they've ever had, while others say it sucks. It all has to do with the fact that our hearing is so very different. This new sound clip that has gone viral is a great reminder of that. Let me know what you hear in the comments below. It'll be fun to hear what you music producers actually hear.
Yoi. Yoi. Yoi.
Laurel, 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 laurel. Laurel, 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 laurel.
If you go to the doctor and take a hearing test, an audiogram will show your sensitivity to different frequencies. This can be helpful because if you know you have reduced sensitivity in the higher frequencies, for example, you can then take that into account when mixing. Here's an audiogram from my latest examination. Anything above this line is considered normal. As you can see, I'm more sensitive to some frequencies than others. This is considered normal hearing for a 42-year-old male. As we grow older, it will typically look more like this, with mild hearing damage in certain regions, typically in the higher frequencies. But this can also affect young people. Going to a loud concert, excessive use of headphones or earbuds at loud volumes will also cause permanent hearing loss over time. So keep this in mind when you mix and master music. You can't always fully trust your own hearing. Visual aids like the Izotope tonal balance and others like it can be very helpful in that regard. Check out the links below if you need feedback on your music, mastering, and so on. And if you want to support this channel, then consider clicking the thanks button or support us on Patreon. Thanks for watching.